let's talk about sabbaticals. I want to explain spiritually, why you're craving a sabbatical. Now, if you're listening to this, chances are you're pretty well known in your industry and you're burnt the hell out. And I'm sure the term burnt out doesn't even describe how you're feeling, and you're ready to quit. And you're trying to figure out what that looks like for you. Is it safe to quit? When's the right time to quit? Are you going to throw this all away? What does this mean? What is this new identity? Who am I going to become? I want to explain this from a spiritual perspective. And I love this topic so much for many reasons. And the wisdom I'm going to share here is one, channeled, but two, also from the clients that I work with. I work with people who are well known in the space, who are on sabbatical currently, who've taken the jump. And I'm going to share what I've learned from their guides and hopefully package this all up to spiritually explain what is going on here to help you in your decision, right? First and foremost, what you are considering walking away from has served its purpose in your life. It has served its purpose in your life. And it is safe to walk away. And use your judgment with that, right? Everyone's situation is different. But I can feel that it's safe for me to say that it's safe for you to walk away. It is safe for you to explore a new identity. It is safe for you to quit. Where spiritually, I can feel that Lara, who, if you're new here, Lara is my spirit guides. I channel them directly. They're up in the universe. They speak through me. They don't like the word quit. They almost I felt like my throat pulse when I said the word quit. But from the human lens, right, me being Gabrielle and understanding what humans resonate with in terms of hearing things, we'll use the word quit. They would use the word chapter closed, or it served its purpose in your life, which is more of a phrase and not a word, but you guys get the point. It is safe for you to walk away. You're craving simplicity, right? Maybe you have very luxurious cars and you're ready to trade them in for a freaking Toyota Corolla or a Jeep or whatever it is that you want, right? Maybe you have the 10,000 square foot house and the beautiful property that you thought that was going to be your end all be all, and now you're ready to trade it in for a cottage in the woods. What's happening here is that you have woken up. For so long, your ego was in the driver's seat of, we need to make all this money, we need to check these things off the list, buy the car, buy the house, all of the things. And now that you've had that and you've experienced that, you realize that the thing that you actually want is time. And not time in the sense where you're at the beach and you're stressing about work and people on your team are hitting up your phone constantly and your Slack's going off, your computer notifications are dinging, you can just feel it in your head even though your computer's shut. You want peaceful time. You want contentness in your life. You want to be content. You want to detach from it, right? You don't want that responsibility of having to be the person to make the content because there's 500,000 people or 1 million people on your Instagram or social media platforms that are looking for you to give them answers. And that is because it has served its purpose in your life. You have learned the lessons that you were meant to learn through that journey. And this does not mean that you necessarily have to shut it all down. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It is so dependent on your situation. But I can guarantee you that you are an incredibly influential person without the community. And what I mean by that is that you naturally vibrate high. You have a higher vibration than most, which means that you could just walk into a Starbucks, a room full of strangers, right? And I'm getting the chills right now. A room full of strangers, and they'd turn their head and look at you. Not because they've seen you on Instagram, not because they've seen your interviews or anything like that, just because your energy is that contagious in the most beautiful way. So I want to tell you, you can help the world, right? You can continue to make impact through you being in alignment with your highest self. It no longer has to be on a massive platform. It can be through you doing the work. You doing the healing work, you walking away, you teaching people that it's safe to do that. Teaching people that it's safe to go left when everyone else is going right. And it's an incredibly beautiful thing. It is safe for what your business has been to have served its purpose in your life. Now it's a matter of navigating this new identity. Now it's a matter of really focusing on your healing, because what I have seen is that people hesitate to walk away even though their bodies have literally physically shut down from the burnout. Like the universe couldn't tell them anymore that it's safe to walk away, right? But they resist walking away because so much of their worth and so much of their identity is tied up into what they created. And here's a release. I always try to catch them before I burp. I really try hard not to burp, but it just happens to be the way that I release this resistance for you guys. So sorry if you heard that, but let me just refocus again. That distracted me for a second. Laura, let's see where you were at. Yes, so it's likely a part of your purpose to have, it is part of your purpose, right? To have walked that walk, and now at this crossroads, right? Where you have the stability, you have the financial stability, you have the means to be able to walk away, to discover who you truly are at a soul level, with you in the driver's seat, not the ego. The ego's not even in the car anymore. It's you. What makes you happy? Without the business, without the kids, without the partner, without the car, without the house. What makes you happy? You're being called right now to explore that and experience it. Truly. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to walk away from business forever. I'll use one of my clients, for example. She's very well known in the space. She's made herself millions and millions of dollars, influenced a shit ton of people, as a huge community, right? And she walked away. And what we realized in channeling is that she is now being called into her investor era, which is so freaking cool, right? Her guides, I would crack up. And we discovered this months ago, but she wasn't ready to hear it yet, right? It didn't feel right, the right time for her. And that's totally fine. And it's such a beautiful thing, working with people for a long period of time, because you can tell at first they may listen to it, but they don't hear it, right? And it took months for her to really connect the dots and be like, oh, okay. Oh, wow. I'm meant to be an investor. And during that time, she had these beautiful opportunities just so out of the blue to invest in businesses that she was so aligned with, right? And so it's the moment that you just begin to see outside of the box that we often put ourselves in and be open to a new identity, the universe will deliver it, right? So she's on a sabbatical right now, even though she's just invested in businesses, did her investing piece. But now she gets to work behind the scenes on these businesses that she's so passionate about, but not be fully plugged in, right? She's not forward facing, she's not fully plugged in, but she is this beautiful value to the business, and she's deeply in alignment in this new era. And guess what? A few years down the line, however long it takes, the identity is going to shift again, because that is what is meant to happen in this world. Very few things are meant to last forever. So it is safe for you to take this break. It is safe for you to take on a new identity. You weren't meant to have everything on your shoulders for so long, and you're certainly not meant to continue with everything on your shoulders. It's safe for you to dissolve what you feel called to dissolve. It is safe for you to throw a match in it and walk away, or it's safe for you to do this in a beautiful strategic process. Whatever works most for you, right? Whatever is most aligned with you, whatever works best, you're called to do. But if you feel curious about a sabbatical, if you keep getting downloads and nudges, and especially if you've listened to this entire episode, you're being called to it. And now it's a matter of exploring what that looks like for you. And if I can be any help whatsoever, please send me a DM. I'm here to help you. And I hope this episode was helpful for you guys. If so, let me know on Instagram. I would be so excited to hear that. Any questions you have, anything at all, I will answer for you. hit me up in my DMs at Gabrielle Lara, 2 E's at the end of Gabrielle, or the Secrets from the Universe podcast. I'll see you guys soon.